Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Jaimee Harris.
Thank you so much. I'm so honored to be here.
Sunburn had to burn my eyes, burned so hard I thought I'd die. Thought I'd died and gone to hell, looking for the water from a deeper well. I went to the river, but the river was dry. I fell to my knees and I looked to the sky. Looked to the sky and a spring rain fell. I saw the water from a deeper well. Looking for the water from a deeper well. I was ready for love, I was ready for money, ready for blood and ready for the money, ready for the winning, ready for the bell, looking for the water from a deeper well. Well, I found some love and I found some money, found some blood and a drip like honey, found I had a thirst that I could not quell, looking for the water from a deeper well. Looking for the water from a deeper well. I did it for kicks and I did it for hate, did it for lust and I did it for faith, did it for need and I did it for love. Addiction stayed on top of the blood. I ran with the moon and I ran with the night. Three of us were a terrible sight. People to the bottle of the gun, to the sound of the bottom of the hull of a deeper well. Looking for the water from a deeper well. I rocked with the cradle and I rolled with the rage, shook the walls and I rattled that gauge, took my trouble down a dead end trail, reaching out my hand for a holy grail. Hey there mama, did you carry that load? Did you tell your baby about the bend in the road, about the rebel yell and the walls that fell, looking for the water from a deeper well. Looking for the water from a deeper well. Looking for the water from a deeper well.
Yes! Thank you so much. That was a David Olney song. I'm so excited to be here with Terry Buffalo Ware. And I'm so honored to be here. I've never been in Norman, Oklahoma before. I don't know how that's possible. So thank you for inviting me to your beautiful town. I've had a great time so far. And I've been really, really looking forward to this. So thanks for having me. And I'll do a song I wrote for you guys now.
Was a darkness in that house. I felt it chill my bones. Saw your mother at the kitchen table, just sitting there, arms crossed. lost. I did a line to make it through the night. I did a line to suppress my appetite. She offered us what she had to eat. Guess she'd been holding on to all of those holiday meats. I smell the milk spoiling from the refrigerator. Pulled a long black hair off my plate. Said, baby, let's get out of here. I'm gonna save you. I'm gonna save you. Rescue. I'm gonna save you. I'm gonna save you. Rescue. The walls were colored on like blood. I never looked, but I swear there must have been a dungeon. I saw your brother there, sleeping on the couch. Don't think he's moved since, don't think he'll ever get out. Oh, I'm gonna save you. I'm gonna save you. Rescue. I'm gonna save you. I'm gonna save you. Rescue. I'm gonna save you. I'm gonna save you. Rescue. I'm gonna save you. Well, this is a song I wrote based on a story a good friend of mine told me. My friend, he's really talented in a lot of ways, but he's very directionally challenged. And we were driving around San Antonio, and he was getting around the city pretty well. And so I asked him how he knew San Antonio so well, and he told me, "Oh, my first wife was from here." I thought we were pretty good friends. I was unaware there was a first wife situation, and so I asked him to fill me in on that. And he told me that when he was 17, he fell in love with a girl and went to meet her parents like you do when you're dating somebody. And he said he walked into the house and everything that could possibly be red was red. So like the walls were red and the floor was red and the table was red and the dishware and everything. And he said the mom had like long Crystal Gale hair. If you're of a certain age and you don't know who Crystal Gale is, perhaps you've seen that movie with Will Ferrell called Talladega Nights. There's a scene where his dad is trying to get him to drive the car with a cougar in it. Will Ferrell's wearing a Crystal Gale shirt in that scene. I live in Nashville now. Actually, in the first 5 hours I lived there, I moved all my stuff into my house, and then I had to go to this music business thing, and the first person I saw when I walked in was Crystal Gale, which was weird. That was a pretty serious digression, so I'm gonna go back to the original story. But anyways, the whole scene really freaked out my friend. The mom served them a really strange meal that included spoiled milk and My friend's a really nice guy, and so he decided he would try to rescue this girl from this environment by marrying her. Those of you who are laughing might have some personal experience with this type of relationship. It didn't turn out so great for them, but I asked him if I could write a song about it because I thought it was kind of a cool, creepy story, and he gave me his blessing. I did not know that a few years later we were going to call my first record Red Rescue and have me set up at a red wall with a red table and a red jumpsuit. I was going to start wearing red pants and red glasses and use a red microphone. And then the story got extra weird because I recently learned that the Red Rescue family has somehow acquired a copy of the CD. But I've never been contacted by them, so I guess they are just truly passionate about adding as many red items into their collection as they can. And then this other really freaky thing happened that I think is pretty cool because I do consider myself a folk singer. If you guys remember in 2018 when Beto O'Rourke was running against Ted Cruz for that Senate seat in Texas, I got a call that his campaign was considering using this song. Yeah, it took me a minute too. It's a little bit of a stretch why I think they didn't end up using it. But you write these little songs, you just have no idea what they're gonna go out in the world and do. There is a darkness in our house, I felt it chill my bones the second I carried you. Wedding dress over the threshold. You told a lie, you told a lie. It was easy for me to believe when all that you said was it's not as bad as it seems. But it was, baby, how am I gonna save you? How am I gonna save you? Red rescue, red rescue. How am I gonna save you? How am I gonna save you when that darkness lives in you too? How am I gonna save you? How am I gonna save you? Red rescue, red rescue. How am I gonna save? How am I gonna save you?
Thank you so much. I have a feeling I'm gonna hurt, my cheeks are gonna hurt from smiling so much standing next to Terry Buffalo Ware and being with y'all. Wow.
Tonight the moon is colored black, old smoker's teeth. I know it sounds crazy, but it almost seems in reach. Kinda like you. Kinda like you. I know I could drive all night and never reach that place. Even if I did, they wouldn't ask me to stay. Kinda like you. Kinda like you. You're nothing but a stranger and a promise left unkept. They warned me of the danger, so I never told you exactly how I felt. Tonight the stars are sparkling o'er the desert while she sleeps. Me I stay awake to watch them shine till morning creeps. Kinda like you. Kinda like you. Well, if I could, I'd never tire and sing each one a song. Sing 'em promises of love, sing 'em I won't be gone long. Kinda like you, baby. Kinda like you. Ain't used to being lonely. I've done fine all on my own. But you're leaving, it still haunts me like the ghost of a lover left unknown. The mountains, they keep quiet as the morning breaks the cold. I won't think about it as I travel down this road. Kinda like you.
Thanks so much. Thank you.
Good morning, my love. Can you hear the birds are singing? Can you hear my heart ringing? A bell for what I feel. Good morning, my love. Did you have a peaceful slumber? Did those demons all stay under the bed in which you lay? Or did they cry out, tell you to change your mind about me? Give it up. Or did they whisper softly close, I could never love you most, I'm not enough. Oh, why are you so far from me, my love? Good morning, my love. Did you greet the day with fear? Do you wish I was near to tame your racing mind? Or am I the cause of all your worry? Do you hunger now for freedom? Does this silence mean you're leaving this love of ours behind? Or are you quiet because you're just not sure yet which way your heart will turn? Will I light up particular time most 'cause I like to watch things burn? so far from me, my love? Oh, why are you so far from me, my love? Oh, why are you so far from me, my love?
Well, thank you so much. I have a t-shirt over there. It says, listen to folk, listen to punk, listen to hip hop, listen to women. Sure keeps getting reactivated, yeah. And a portion of the proceeds from that shirt benefits an organization that I love telling people about. It's called the Sims Foundation. They're based in Texas, and what they do is they help, actually not just musicians, they've been able to expand their work to help sound personnel, roadies, managers, booking agents, anyone in the music industry get access to affordable mental health care and substance use recovery services. And I love what they're doing. And I live in Nashville now, and just within the last year, Nashville launched their own organization to serve the music community there. And they worked with the Sims Foundation and used the model that the Sims Foundation established. So I think what they're doing is really, really great. I've personally received help from them, and a lot of my friends have too. And I've been in recovery from substance use addiction for a little over 9 years. And a lot of help. I am grateful that for me, it did take a couple of trips to the jail, the Travis County Jail, in order to get me there. But it did, and I'm really excited about another thing that I actually tell the whole world about this. And there's a place in Tulsa, Oklahoma called Women in Recovery. Are you guys familiar with this place? It's extraordinary. It's an alternative to prison for women who are facing charges related to substance abuse, and it's an alternative that gives them housing, educational services, 12-step recovery meetings, and so they can reach out for support for the rest of their lives. It's incredible what they're doing, and it's really important that it's happening here in Oklahoma, because currently Oklahoma incarcerates more women per capita than any state in the country. And most of those arrests are due to non-violent drug and alcohol offenses. So I'm really excited about what Women in Recovery is doing. I'm really excited about what the Sims Foundation is doing. And I'll just share this little story and song with you. All right.
Never thought I'd find God here, full of nicotine and caffeine, shaking with fear, just praying for another day to stay in the clear. Never thought I'd find God here, never thought I'd draw sober breath. I always thought I'd be a wreck. Always figured I'd have nothing left. Never thought I'd draw sober breath. But I gave up the cocaine, gave up I'm thankful God's forgiven me, 'cause I never thought I could be free. But I gave up the cocaine, gave up the gin, freed myself of the hell I was in, asked the Lord to keep me clean again. Yeah, the Spirit came, picked me up, kissed me on the cheek and wished me luck, and told me I could call him a good friend, my good friend.
Thank y'all so much. Let's go to Sam. So there's a place I used to hang out in Austin a lot. I was in a trio called Five and Dime for a little while, named after, kind of inspired by that Nancy Griffith song. And we played a gig at this place called Sam's Town Point. And only one person came to see us, which might sound like a bummer, but this is like a yay boo or a boo yay situation for me. I was still drinking at the time, and I kind of thought to myself, I don't know anybody here. This might be a cool place for me to hang out, and where I could just be totally reckless. And that's what I did for a long time. And then a few years ago, a wonderful songwriter named Ramsey Midwood purchased it and kind of just cleaned it up just enough. You know, you never want to see your favorite dive bar get totally cleaned up, but just enough. And it became kind of this hangout for musicians again and songwriters. And it used to be on the edge of town, and now Austin's kind of swallowed it all up. And I won't tell you over the microphone, but if you would like to talk to me at the merch table in between, I will spill the secret of what semi-famous Americana artists were living in the back there in a bus. But some years after I got sober, I was thinking about that place and my relationship to it, and I knew I had to write a song about it. So this is Sam's.
It's good to see you, oh my friend. I've been hiding out again. I had this feeling you would understand. Spending too much time alone, and for a moment I'll start feeling good again. Go on down to Sam's. Is that how we met? Sam don't run the place no more. They got rock stars living in the back. You and I guess that we don't think too much on that. We just talk out by the fire, and every once in a while I'll light a cigarette, even though I know you hate it. Just like our friend that died, is he really gone or in the wind? I think I'm spinning out again. Is that how we met? Pretty soon you'll head north, so will I. We'll say goodbye and then return when the leaves have changed their color. Tell our stories of the loves that fell apart out on the road. If we had better sense promise we would join our hearts. Have we ever? I don't remember. Can't forget. Is that how we met? Back when the place was still a biker bar, I'd come up late, put 'em down, 'cause not a soul I ever knew was hanging round. No one cared if I drove off into the night to greet the flashing lights. They tied me up, put me back inside. I remember, can't forget. Is that how we met? Well, it seems it's finally happened, like I knew it would in good time. My friend, I know I've finally lost my mind, spending too much time alone, and for a moment I'll start feeling good again. Go on down to Sam's.
Right on. Thank you so much. Beautiful. Oh, I want to play this in tune. I'm so sorry. So we were talking about a good friend of ours, Eliza Gilkison. I don't know if you're familiar with her. If you're not, add that to your Google list. Yes, I knew you guys were cool. And I had this amazing opportunity to attend a songwriting workshop in Eliza's house, and just outside of Taos, New Mexico. And I had this really incredible road trip where I started in this border town on the border of West Texas and Mexico called Terlingua. And there's a canyon there. You can hike the canyon and you can see Mexico just on the other side. And then I made a stop in Woody Guthrie's hometown of Okemah, Oklahoma. And then I drove on to Eliza's, and when we were there, sometimes you go to these things and what happens is someone throws out a prompt and says, come back, write something that to kind of get you inspired. And Mary Gaucher threw out this idea, which was to write anything inspired by the Emma Lazarus poem, which is included in the Statue of Liberty. And this is what my brain came up with. You can go. Huh? Oh, yeah, you can go.
The only reason I am here is 'cause to us all he made it clear he'd like for me to sit here at your table. For other guests you poured the wine, got to me in your sweet time, and when you finally found me fit and able, if he were here, he'd pour my drink, set it down before he'd even think to take a sip to cure his own thirst. And to sit here with your smiles fake, or stand outside with swallowed hate, well, I have not decided which is worse. Are you free? purpose. It's so easy to love your brother on the surface. I know how quickly things can change. They'll turn their backs, curse your name for situations seeming predetermined. And if your footing can't be found, they'll shout at you to turn around, meaning well, but clearly lacking understanding. It's true, it wasn't long ago I traveled down a crooked road that ended in explosions, consequences. I fought the battle with the sword, but won the battle with the Lord, a power that believes in second chances. Are you free, or are you hiding from the things you don't agree with or believe in? Skim the text, find the lines that feed your purpose. It's so easy to love your brother on the surface. The only reason we are here is 'cause the Spirit made it clear that love is not reserved just for our own kind. Well, it travels over many shores, through rivers, canyons, prison doors, and I believe it travels all the time. Terry Buffalo, where? Yes! Yes! Oh, thank you guys so much. We're gonna do one more song, and then we're gonna take a little break. I'm just gonna stop talking because I'm just smiling so much. I'm just out of my mind. This is such a treat, really. Thank you so much for hanging out and spending your Sunday with me. And, we'll do one more little tune here and take a little break, and then come back for Act 2. I'm gonna do Catch It Now, which is B flat. I don't know if she's here, but if my friend Kenna is here, this one's for her. Many a day I spent hiding underneath my sheets, praying the light could find me still. Just a glimpse of the world that was outside my bed, well, it seemed to work so well. But me, I never fit and I didn't try. No, I just quit and I taught myself to fake a smile. Oh, true joy came when I looked through my window pane and saw it ain't been raining for a while. So I ain't waiting for it, gonna go catch it now. I've been waiting for so long, for someone to show me how. I'm gonna go catch it now. Many a year I spent turning my back on what I know in my heart to be right. Maybe it was lust, maybe it was fear, maybe it was something worse, my dear. Maybe I was just too tired to fight. Though it might seem frightening if I fall in love, I won't tread lightly, no, not anymore. I'm gonna jump right in. And I may not live a righteous way, but I'll try to never hide my soul away from anyone ever again. See, I ain't waiting for it, gonna go catch it now. I've been waiting for so long, for someone to show me how. Well, I'm gonna go catch it now. And all I saw was all of me scattered around in piles of ashes on my old streets. I saw who I was, where I've been, who I am, who I'm wanting to be. I ain't waiting for it, gonna go catch it now. Been waiting for so long, for someone to show me how. Well, I'm gonna go catch it now. Ooh.
Yeah, beautiful. Right on. Thank you guys so much for coming out. We're going to take a short break and we'll be right back. So honored to share my Sunday with you. Thank you. Well, I got a new record out. It's called Boomerang Town. And I'm going to play a lot of songs from that record for you guys in the Act 2. And this first one is a song that I got invited to be a part of this pretty cool thing in Lafayette, Louisiana. And what they do is they take songwriters from the UK, from Louisiana, from Canada, from Nashville, and from Texas, and they put us all in a hotel together for a week and tell us to write. And on the very last day, I got paired with a woman named Katrina Noel and a guy named Dirk Powell. Dirk Powell's been in Joan Baez's band for many years. And one of the things I really love about songs and songwriting is that songs are kind of like where we tell our secrets, you know, like y'all know a lot about me now, more than some of my family members, based on what we shared together over the last 45 minutes. And so anyways, I was in a van with Dirk while we were on our way to this beautiful church where we were gonna write, and we started talking about really, you know, normal things you talk about with strangers at 9 o'clock in the morning, like intergenerational alcoholism, addiction, criminal justice. And so we're kind of writing the song on the way to the writing place, and once we got into it, we needed something that was like the devil but wasn't the devil, and Dirk told me about this character they use in traditional Irish music called the fair and dark-haired lad, and it's used to represent the insidious nature of addiction. And I said, yeah, let's run with that. And then this weird thing happened where I got a little record deal for this record, and the music business is mysterious to me. They said, we think this song is the single. And I said, really? And then it ended up on a playlist with Miley Cyrus the day she put out Flowers. That's like the biggest playlist on Spotify, which doesn't really happen to unknown folk singers, so that was kind of weird. And then it's similar to the Beto thing. Another freaky thing happened with this song, which is the organist at Fenway Park played this song in between innings at a Red Sox game. I'll share it with you now, and you can let me know afterwards how baseball-y you think it might be. This is the fair and dark-haired lad. 2, 3.
Had my first drink before I could drive. Mama left it on the counter half full one night. Felt the fire in my chest, shook the hand of the fair and dark-haired lad. He crept through the boards, hid behind the door. Now he ain't got a reason to hide no more. Took the seat at the table that my daddy once had, the fair and dark-haired lad. Bloodshot eyes and a vacant stare. Took everything I ever had, the fair and dark-haired lad. Turned the engine over, rolled the windows down, left a note to tell him where I'm bound. I say goodbye, tip my hat to the fair and dark-haired lad.
Thank you so much. Like it was mentioned, I've been really grateful to have been invited to play at the Woody Guthrie Folk Festival many years in Okemah, Oklahoma. And it has changed my life in ways that are innumerable ways, and one of them is getting to meet and hang out with the incredible Terry Buffalo Ware. It's brought a lot of incredible people into my life, and I'm extremely grateful. And I'm also really grateful because if you can believe it or not, the folk singer standing before you hadn't really heard of Woody Guthrie till like 8 or 9 years ago. And I think one of the reasons for that is a lot of folks at least learned some of the verses of This Land Is Your Land in school. But that was not part of the curriculum where I grew up in Waco, Texas. Who paid you to woo for Waco, ma'am? Are you from Waco? Is someone from Waco? Fort Worth. Did you say Fort Worth? We'll have to talk about that later. But that's just shocking because usually if I bring up where I'm from, it's like uncomfortable silence or laughter. There's certainly no clapping and definitely no wooing. So, wow, I'll have to meet you afterwards. I played in Chicago a few months ago. My grandmother was in the audience. She lives in Waco. Not only did she not clap for Waco, but when it was mentioned, she looked at her shoes uncomfortably, like people were gonna know by osmosis that she was from there. But anyways, once I got into Woody Guthrie, I started going to this incredible place in Tulsa called the Woody Guthrie Center, and learning a bunch there. Yeah. And I was really blown away by seeing all of the verses of This Land Is Your Land in Woody's handwriting. And the verse that really hit me is what I call the steeple verse, just in case they didn't teach it to y'all either. It goes, in the shadow of the steeple I saw my people. By the relief office I saw my people. They stood there hungry, and so I stood there asking, was this land made for you and me? And that really blew my mind because there's an interstate that runs right through my hometown, I-35. And on the east side of the interstate there's a steeple from a seminary. And on the west side, there's a Caritas relief office and a Salvation Army. And the interstate actually creates a bridge, and there's a community of people living underneath that bridge. So when I read those words that Woody wrote, I saw my hometown, which I've often called a boomerang town because a lot of folks that try to leave it end up coming back pretty quick. I was working at the supermarket when I fell for Julie, knocked her up like everybody said I would. The day I turned 16, I got that job. Couldn't wait to buy a car, save enough, leave this town for good. In August, I asked Julie if she'd run away. She said she wanted to wait till May to graduate. She'd be the first in her family, so I stayed behind. Thought she could get a scholarship to college, become a nurse, travel the world, but all that took a back seat when we saw those double lights. As for me, the only dream I've ever had is getting out of this boomerang town. You think you're soaring, you think you're flying, too young to know there's no
seminary. She serves the truckers, the troubadours, the punks, the college kids who trash their booths, all stoned and drunk, who always pay but never tip with daddy's money. Julie and I come from similar kin, heavy drinkers, quick to anger's fist to skin. They all live and die here. That won't be us, I swore to her. I promise you will see the world. I just don't know when. As for me, the only dream I've ever had is getting out of this boomerang town. You think you're soaring, you think you're flying, too young to know there's no use trying. You spin in circles, round and round, in this boomerang town. It's a boomerang town. After shift, she lights a smoke above the bridge. Under the billboard painted Jesus lives. Julie steps over the rail, thinks about salvation. The sun arrives and collides with the steeple, cast a shadow over God's most desperate people. Julie takes it as a sign. Let's go and starts flying. As for me, the only dream I've ever had is getting out of this boomerang town. It feels like soaring, it feels like flying. Now I know it's only dying. You spin in circles, round and round, in this boomerang town.
Thank you so much. So a lot of these stories on this record are stories I've been carrying with me from my hometown for a long time. And this next song I'm going to play for y'all is a story I've been carrying with me since I was in 6th grade. When I was in 6th grade, there was a classmate of mine. His name was Devin Lujan. And Devin was accidentally shot and killed not long after the New Year by his best friend who had gotten a gun for Christmas and was showing him. And I don't know what compelled me on this particular day, but it was this moment in the pandemic early on before we'd figured out how to live stream or Zoom or any of that, and we were just kind of falling through space eternally. And I was sitting at my computer and I Googled him. And what I discovered by doing that was that his mother had written all these different in memoriam pieces to the local paper, which is called the Waco Trib. Y'all can check it out if you're interested. And these different in memoriam pieces, sometimes they were written about him and sometimes they were written directly to him. And I was really struck by the one that she wrote directly to him on graduation day, because that is the day that I walked across the stage and graduated. And it would have been really beautiful to have Devin with us. And so
I pulled this song out. I was working on it and brought in my partner Mary Gaucher to help me with this song. And Mary and I live in the Green Hills neighborhood in Nashville. And the Green Hills neighborhood in Nashville is where the Covenant School is located. And the principal was a songwriting student of Mary's. And so as I've been playing the song over the last few months, I've been thinking about some families that are going to be feeling this way in about 8 years, but this is Devin's song. I'm standing at the screen door, looking out at where you used to play. My baby, you'd be all grown up now. This should be your graduation day. A million tears I have cried. If love alone could save, you never would have died. If tears could build a ladder tall, surely we built thousands, but all they do is fall. Your friends are in the auditorium. You should be with them in your cap and gown. We should be packing you up for college, 'cause you had big dreams far bigger than this town. A million tears we have cried. If love alone could save, you never would have died. If tears could build a ladder tall, surely we built thousands, but all they do is fall. That morning when you left us, we had no time to say goodbye. Our hearts are forever broken. Lord, please kiss him, hold our angel tight. A million tears we have cried. If love alone could save, you never would have died. If tears could build a ladder tall, surely we built thousands, but all they do is fall. Surely we built thousands, but all they do is fall. I keep staring at the clock, stumbling round the house in shock. I don't know what to feel. Can't believe that this is real. I don't know what to wear. I don't know who will be there. I wanna call you, I wanna cry. I don't wanna say goodbye. Turn the key, make the drive. I park and watch the cars arrive. Friends I never knew you had. It's moving slow, it's moving fast. I voice, I hear your laugh. Everybody's dressed in black. I still think you're coming back. Could you be gone? Could you be gone? Sitting in a plastic chair, the preacher's words hang in the air. A cross of roses, pink and white, slideshow pictures of your life. Children run across the lawn, they don't understand you're gone. I'm looking for you in the crowd, I'm looking for you in the clouds. Could you be gone? Could you be gone? We all hang our heads to pray. The preacher tells us what to say. I don't know what I believe. I just know I have to leave. Walk alone back to my car. I go before the goodbye start. I have always been this way. You're the only one who can make me stay. Could you be gone? Could you be gone? Could you be gone? Could you be Thank y'all so much. As I was playing that in Oklahoma, I think of my friend Jimmy LaFave every time I sing that song, every single time. I ask myself that question every day. All right, here's a song I wrote with my good friend Graham Weber. Love is gonna come again. Maybe when you're not quite looking. Maybe tonight, my friend. Maybe when you're driving, love will call and you will fall into a place you never thought you could fit in. Love is gonna come again. No, you don't believe me yet. Stuck inside your head, wondering what you could have said in that bed. Love will find you and remind you of the things you thought you'd give up feeling. Love is gonna come again. I know it hurts like hell right now, and only you know how. No one can tell you when. Oh, but love is gonna come again. Lying in your sheets alone, hiding from your telephone as it echoes through your empty home. No way of knowing if you'll have anything close to what you had then. Love is gonna come again. I know it hurts like hell right now, and only you know how. No one can tell you when. Oh, but love is gonna come again. Joy will find its way to you. Maybe it'll come with the morning dew, right where those flowers grew and butterflies flew. And on their wings, they always bring the kind of peace to ease your grieving. Love is gonna come again. Oh, love is gonna come again.
Thank y'all so much. I'm gonna do a song I didn't send to Buffalo because I feel like playing it right now. This is a weird one. I was gonna play it at Woody Fest and then it got like etch-a-sketched, erased from my memory. So I'm gonna try to redeem myself here. I came up with this crazy idea, which was to go to Florida and to start in the Panhandle and spend a month driving all the way down to Key West. And I went to a different town every 2 to 3 days and saw a lot of weird stuff and collected a bunch of stories and wrote and recorded a song in each town. And it was really fun. I had a good time. If you have $8 and you're near Tallahassee, I just got to say the Wakulla Springs tour, the riverboat tour, is the best $8 you can spend. And man, it's awesome. That's where they filmed Creature from the Black Lagoon. It's great. It's just, I could go on and on about it. It was really fun. But I want to play one of the songs from the trip with y'all. I kind of did this thing. I was kind of going down, and then I went up and down, and it went kind of crazy. But so near the end of the trip, I was pretty tired, and I was a little delirious, and I ended up at the Salvador Dali Museum. Yeah, have you been there? Cool. Let me just say it's a trippy place, even if you're not totally delirious and tired and stuff. And so I went in there and I was looking for my song. I was only going to be in town for like 6 more hours and I didn't have the song. And then I noticed a sculpture that he has in there. It's called Lobster Telephone. I don't know if you've seen this. It's a regular telephone on the bottom, but the receiver is a lobster. And in my dazed state, I said, that's my song. I'm going to write Lobster Telephone. And it collided with another event in my life where I had asked for advice on the internet about whether people prefer to cook in an Instant Pot or a crock pot. And a friend of mine in Vermont named Charlie Hunter said, I bought a crock pot at a garage sale in 1996 for $0.25, and it works great. You should use that one. And that collided into lobster telephone. Here we go.
Glasses, I want pillbox hat, just like Jackie Onassis. I want the talking Tina from the Twilight Zone. Most of all, I want a lobster telephone.
Didn't see that one coming, did y'all? Thank y'all so much. Y'all are so fun. I just got a couple more for y'all. I'll do another song from this Florida trip. I was driving from Okaloosa Island to Pensacola, and I saw a tattoo shop called Tattoo Zoo. And I thought to myself, that's got to be the song. And so I'm a person with a lot of tattoos. As you can see, here's my Townes Van Zandt tattoo. Here's my Butch Hancock tattoo. And so I pulled over. It hadn't occurred to me how a tattoo shop is kind of like a zoo in a tourist area, because you got people stopping in, seeing what everyone's getting done, looking through the window. And so I pulled the car over to see what was happening at the Tattoo Zoo. But it was a Monday, and that meant they were closed, which was a bummer. And this is an A, right? Is this an A? Perfect. Okay, cool. And but I just seen this incredible documentary about the life of Gordon Lightfoot. I don't know if y'all have seen that. It's fantastic. Wow. And near the end of it, he says, they ask him, Gordon, how did you write all of those songs? And he kind of thinks for a minute, and he says, well, I guess I imagined it. I thought that was so beautiful. And so here's an imagined tattoo zoo, but I want to see if I can get y'all in Norman to believe it. So here we go.
Turn for a symbol
like I mentioned earlier, I'm really fortunate to have gotten together with my partner about a little over 5 years ago. Her name is Mary Gaucher. She's a fantastic singer-songwriter. I think some of y'all know her. And at the very beginning of our relationship, we were not only long distance, but we were also touring singer-songwriters, and so we couldn't stay in one place long enough to send each other postcards, so we started writing each other's songs and sending them back and forth with the magic of our iPhones. And I just was remembering, I was on tour with a guy named Pat Byrne in April, who was another fabulous singer-songwriter from Ireland. And he had flown in from Ireland like the day we started the tour, and he'd asked me, he said, hey, what's the deal with this Missing Someone song? And he'd also asked me how me and Mary got together, and I said, oh, well, that's kind of related. And so I started telling him the story, and he goes, excuse me, and he pulled over the car and got sick on the side of the highway. And I said, yeah, man, if I wasn't in the middle of it, I would think it was pretty saccharine, too. I don't know. Turns out he just had fish on an airplane on an international flight, which you should never do. Rule number 1. Rule number 2, don't take the Ambien until the plane takes off. That's the other international flight advice. But yeah, this is one of the songs from that time period, and I'm really proud of this for this new record. I had a music video made for every song on the record, and every person that made a music video is also a songwriter, which is pretty cool. And for this video, it was inspired by a trip that I took where I accidentally stumbled into what's called a Silver Sneakers Zumba class. Are you familiar with the YMCA? Yes! It's for 65 and up, but they let me in, and that was exciting. And I was struggling with another woman in the class. Every time they would go left, she would go right. Every time we went front, she went back. But she had the coolest outfit on, and so I started making this story up in my head that she'd recently found new love and was just going to the Y, feeling all great. And so I came up with this idea. I said, hey, what if we did a Let's Get Physical type music video where most of the folks in it were 65 and up, and they were game, and we even got Mary to wear pink and pink shorts with pink little duckies on them. And it is worth a Google if you have insomnia tonight. Here's Missing Someone.
Finally calling back on my friends. They've been wondering where I've been. I went off the deep end. This time it was a good swim. I've been running around with someone. Never thought I'd be this fun again. Well, I never would have thought it. You told me that we would come together quite like we have. Kinda reads like Kerouac, crossing country and going back to New York to figure it out. Back to the place I loved you right now. Well, work's piled up, dishes ain't done. I've been stuck on telephone. Ain't been sleeping in my bed. I'd rather be in yours instead. Guess I've come a little undone. Hey, I'm just missing someone. And I'm looking up at the sky. I'm looking all the time. Instead, you're circling around. When are you coming down? When will I see your face again? When will I get to have that skin I'm craving? Well, work's piled up, dishes ain't done. I've been stuck on telephone. Ain't been sleeping in my bed. I'd rather be in yours instead. Guess I've come a little undone. Hey, I'm just missing someone. And we tried counting down the days, but our hearts couldn't take the pain. Ain't never been so hard living this way. When I finally get to getting to you, babe, I'm gonna stay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, work's piled up, dishes ain't done. I've been stuck on telephone. Ain't been sleeping in my bed. I'd rather be in yours instead. Guess I've come a little undone. Hey,
That's really cool. I love what y'all are doing. I'm watching it from afar. This is a beautiful series. I'm honored to be a part of this story now. Thanks for having me. Thank you. Thank you so much. Is it playing? And Carl on the sound. Thank you, Carl, for having this. It's been really fun. I'm going to do 1.5 more songs for y'all, if that's all right. And I'm going to need your help for both of them. So I can't tell because I'm committed to the glasses and I really can't see anything in the dark. I'll be honest. But I have a friend out there named Karen, and it's her birthday today. And I think it would be really cool if y'all wouldn't mind if we could all sing Happy Birthday together, which I learned last week I absolutely do not know how to play on guitar, so we might just do this. Do you have a birthday thing, Terry? Do you know? Yeah? You want to do it? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Karen. Happy birthday to you. Yeah! That was awesome. We'll do this last one, and I tricked you earlier when I asked if you guys knew who Woody Guthrie was. So maybe if you feel his spirit, y'all can join in on this song. Well, I've sung this song and I'll sing it again, of a place that I lived on the wild windy plains, month called April, county called Gray. Here's what all of the people there say: so long, it's been good to know ya. So long, it's been good to know ya. So long, it's been good to know ya. This dusty old dust is getting my home, and I got to be drifting along. Well, the dust storm hit and it hit like thunder. It dusted us over, dusted us under, blocked out the traffic, blocked out the sun, straight for home. All the people did run, singing so long, it's been good to know ya. So long, it's been good to know ya. So long, it's been good to know ya. This dusty old dust is getting my home, and I got to be drifting along. We would talk of the end of the world, and then we'd sing this song and we'd sing it again. We'd sit for an hour, not say a word, then these words would be heard. So long, it's been good to know ya. So long, it's been good to know ya. So long, it's been good to know ya. This dusty old dust is getting my home, and I got to be drifting along. Well, sweethearts sat in the dark in the park, and they hugged and they kissed in that dusty old dark. They sighed and they cried, they hugged and they kissed, and instead of marriage, they talked just like this. Honey, so long, it's been good to know ya. So long, it's been good to know ya. So long, it's been good to know ya. This dusty old dust is getting my home, and I got to be drifting along. Well, the telephone rang and it jumped off the wall. That was the preacher making his call. He said, my friend, this might be the end, and your last chance of salvation from sin. Well,
the churches was jammed and the churches was packed, and that dusty old dust storm blew so black. The preacher could not read a word of his text, so he folded his specs and he took up collection. Said, so long, it's been good to know ya. So long, it's been good to know ya. So long, it's been good to know ya. This dusty old dust is getting my home, and I got to be drifting along.
Your turn.
So
Well, I have some bad news to deliver. I played in this place called the Folk School of Fayetteville last night in Fayetteville, Arkansas. I don't know if you know, but that's in Arkansas and we're in Oklahoma tonight. They're totally kicking your ass. Like not even close, and they sang all of the verses, which was wild. Now, I don't want to put too much pressure on you guys in Oklahoma, but this is being recorded, and you never know. We could release this as a live album. It could go to the Grammys. It could go all the way to the top. And you could be like, you could be on that record singing your little heart out to this song, you know, not in Arkansas, where they totally are just... I'm gonna give you one more chance to redeem yourself. Now, so...